Welcome to Imperfect Me by me, Tonia. I hope I'm at the right frame. Okay, let's get straight into it. There's going to be something about you that is not perfect. There's always going to be something. You're always going to find something that is too small, too big, too crooked, too black, too white. There's always going to be something. My boobs is too big. My butt is too flat. This is too that. There's always going to be something about you that you wish you can change. And honestly, that is okay sometimes. But those things matters. Hence the reason why God gave them to us in the first place. I always wished I had a smaller boobs. The boob that you see on me now has been on me since I was 14. Unlike other people, my boobs didn't crawl little by little. It just came once. All of it, not little by little, but every single thing just came out, boom. I was way smaller then. So imagine a 14-year-old, very slim person. Do you know how old I am now? And then I had this same size of boobs in that little tiny body. So my boobs felt way too heavy for me. So I was always I don't know how to explain it. At that time, I didn't have the money to buy myself those things, the kind of bra that my boobs needed. I know now you're not seeing it. I'm wearing a very big shirt and I have grown into them. You know the way you can buy something a little bit big and then later it suits you because you became a bit chubbier. That's how my boobs were. My boobs were way too big for my body at 14 and I was way too small for it. But now it's perfect because I kind of grew into it. So now it looks like woman's boobs. But then it was like a woman's boobs in a baby's body. So I always felt like people were always looking at my boobs. So when I go to school, I will put a sweater over myself or I will hold a head wrap over myself. I was just always so uncomfortable and it disfigured me. You know how bras are like, the way they hold your boobs in place. Then I grew up in a very poor home, so we couldn't afford to buy the kind of bra that my big boobs needed. So my aunt will use bras and then she will give them to me. I don't know if you understand that, but it's like inheriting clothes from your elder ones. So when she was done using her bra, she would give them to me and I will use them. And by those times, the bra were not as strong enough to hold my boobs in place. So my boobs were always, when you have big boobs, it tends to look saggy because it's big and it's not like, only fake boobs are big and just, to be honest, people who have big boobs tend to have their boobs way down a lot. So I always felt like my boobs were too heavy for me, and so I was always walking like this. Those who know me can confirm this. I walk with my shoulder raised like this and always bent somehow because I was trying to hold the weight of my boobs to my body, and that disfigured me because when I was old enough, I just started walking like that unknowingly and started having a little bit of a hunchback, and people would always try to correct my posture. I remember this colleague of mine, he was in the finance department. He walked up to me one time and he said, "Tonia, you are disfiguring yourself by walking that way." But he didn't know that I couldn't help myself. I started doing it since I was so young that I couldn't change it about myself anymore. And due to that posture that I assumed when I was much younger, it now affects me really negatively because I am constantly dealing with back pains, which is as a result of me trying to correct my posture. So before now I was bent and now I'm trying to straighten myself up and walk upright. So now I have a little back pain, but God is healing me. It's getting better. So I am trying to say today that it's okay if your boobs is too big. It's okay if your butt is too flat. Just squat it out. I know that there are so many things that you can't change, but I am telling you it is absolutely okay. A lot of people tend to use the negative part of their life to motivate themselves, and I am telling you today to do same. If you have freckles and you think freckles are not beautiful, use it. There are people out there who model with beautiful freckles on their faces. I, for one, if you haven't seen my video about not feeling beautiful because of my birthmark. I was born with this side of my face a little bit darker than my original complexion, and I have a video. It's going to be in the description box below. And I always felt like I wasn't beautiful enough because I had two different colors on my face, and people would constantly ask me, who punched you, who fought you, who beat you, why do you have black eye, you know? And I felt bad about myself, and that was the whole reason why I started this YouTube channel. I want you to know that nothing is perfect except God, and I tell you, it's okay. When you find him, you will find peace. Honestly, he will give you peace. You will find beauty in those things that you think are imperfect. There is beauty in imperfect, okay? Just in case you don't know, my little anthem here is, you are beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring you down. Oh no, you are beautiful today. I always tell myself that because I am beautiful. No, like, people can try, but nobody can perfect human like God have. And until you know that, you might always feel like there's something not good enough. But it's okay, alright? You are beautiful. You are perfect just the way you are. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.